What's up everyone, it's me, Bobby G, back for another game that I found on sale on Steam a couple weeks ago called Contraption Maker. And I checked it out briefly, and from what I can tell, you take a bunch of puzzle pieces and move them around a screen to facilitate the solving of an overall puzzle. I only checked out one level briefly just to kind of see what I was getting myself into before I turned on the camcorder. So why don't we just take a look? There's 4 different sections. The tutorial had my eye since I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. But it kind of gives a good example of what's even going on here. As you can see, there's a set of all sorts of things, and our little mouse friend at the bottom here is eventually going to have to get the cheese. So why don't we just hit play, and this is just like an example. All these moving parts will kind of take place for you if you set them all up in the proper way, and the end result is the mouse runs on over to the cheese, blimp hits the scissors, and you caught the mouse. So I think it's pretty straightforward. I didn't have to do anything for this to happen. This was just an example to kind of get used to it. And let's see here, we're gonna go to the very first one. Now I did complete this one, but I did it by accident, as I do with most things. So just to kind of be complete, we're going to do it one more time. And it seems like the point to this puzzle is to get these billiard 8 balls off the screen. And our little helpful pointing hand is letting us know that they don't move unless you hit them. And on the right hand side, we have all these things that we're able to place onto the scene, and they each kind of weigh different amounts. The bowling ball obviously is quite heavy, whereas the soccer and maybe basketball are a little lighter. And I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to get both of these 8 balls off the screen. The first one's pretty easy, because we just have to kind of chuck it to the right hand side. But this one's a little extra tough because it's obviously surrounded by 2 very skinny brick walls. So why don't we just hit play and see what happens. As you can see, the first 8 ball went flying off the screen. But this particular ball, which I'm not even sure what it is not going to help us with that one. So I think I'm going to try the basketball. And hit play. Kind of sets gravity in motion here. And nope, not quite. Why don't we try whatever this ball is? I'm not even sure. Nope. So it seems as if I need to get one of these kind of to wedge in and make the 8 ball sail into the air. But it wasn't the baseball. It was not the baseball, folks, so let's just see if we can do it again. I got a little traction there, but not too much. How are we going to be able to get this 8 ball out? I think the skull ball is not helping us here, so why don't we just try without it? Nope. Let me try without the baseball. Okay. I have no idea why that sailed off in that manner. But that was we completed the puzzle anyway, so that was a little strange. So, alright. So, now you kind of get the idea. Each level, you have an objective, and then you have to manipulate the pieces on the scene to have that objective actually happen. So now we're onto uncharted territory, as Bobby G always likes to do, is relatively not know what's coming. And usually that ends up me editing out a lot of mistakes I make, but hey, at least then when something happens I can be genuinely surprised. So, I'm going to read the obvious here. Belts transfers rotational energy. Oh, this sounds complicated. Use a belt to put both bowling balls into the center area. Alright, no problem. Not sure how a part works. Click it and then click the question mark. Okay. Well, I don't know how anything works. Oh, it's a hamster. Alright. Well, with that said, we obviously need to put this rubber band onto the additional hamster wheel. And just like that, both bowling balls go into the area we're supposed to get them into, and we're complete. Gears allow one motor to power multiple things. Put baseballs and bowling balls into the center area. Okay, I'm just gonna hit play. See what happens. Okay, so the gear wound up the jack-in-the-box and sprung the ball into the area. So, alright, well, I guess all we really have to do here is mimic the other side. Except perhaps might want to do it just a little differently. And yeah, that's all we're doing here is mirroring what's on the left-hand side. Just getting a lay of the land, folks, and you guys can learn along with me, so to speak. No, I'm not going to follow you on Twitter. Thanks, though. Turn on the Cat-O-Matic feeder. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna hit play. Oh boy. It seems as there's a light switch is now into the equation. That's getting old fast, so let's turn that off and let's see. Well, if we learned anything, the switch will get triggered in some regard, I suppose. If this ball falls on it, let's just try it. No. Because it's already in the off position, so that's not helping. And it seems like we can't really move much around. Outlets are always on. Huh. Well, there sure is a lot of different stuff that I'm going to have to get used to here, I guess. Turn on the Cat-O-Matic feeder. Okay, well, I'm going to hit play again and just see what happens here. Can I manipulate anything? Oh, okay, clicking basically made it stop. So, am I confused already? In the very first tutorial area, this baseball obviously has something to do with it. So, how to turn on the Cat-O-Matic feeder? Can't move the bouncy ball. Can't necessarily move the lights, although I'm not sure what they matter. If they matter. Can I move the cat? No, I can't move the cat either. Ah! Well, what do you know? Maybe I missed that. We apparently can switch the starting position of the switch. Okay, so that was all I needed to know in that entire level, was that you can basically change the default position of the switch. Alright, good to know. And moving right along, get all of the soccer balls into the brick area in the center of the screen. Drag the ropes through the pulleys to change the direction. Well, I'm just going to hit play. So it seems as if okay, hold on. Seems as if we have two things to try here. Two things to try. Okay. Not so bad. 3 out of 4. Now we just have to figure out... Oh. Oh, look at that. A pulley. So now this pulley will help us basically change the direction of the rope, which this says, but I didn't quite understand it until I got it. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 soccer balls in the middle of the screen. Alright, let's just keep on going, learning the mechanics of the game. I feel like it's already a little difficult, but probably just because I'm not familiar with the items. Get the balloon off the top of the screen and let the wrecking ball fall to the bottom of the screen. Alright. Okay, well it seems like we just need, what do we need? It's a good question. A basketball, some scissors, and did that not... Something didn't work quite right there. Something did not work quite right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Basketball wasn't heavy enough, maybe? Or there wasn't enough momentum gained? Probably something like that. There we go. Perfect. Not so bad. Put both cannonballs into the cardboard box. Flip motor to change direction. Just gonna hit play. Let's see what happens. Well, the left-hand side obviously is already quite functional. Flip motor to change direction. No problem. Okay, so with that said, we are basically just mirroring the left-hand side. And just like that, we have 2 bowling balls in the cardboard box. Moving right along, put both cannonballs into the cardboard box. Thought we already did this. Rotation creates electricity. Okay. And these things are like little leaf blowers. They have pulleys at the start. They get started up. That's kind of funny. So it gets started up, rotates the generator, which powers this motor, which powers this conveyor belt, which puts the bowling ball into the cardboard box. And I must admit, there's probably a simpler way to do all this. But then I guess we wouldn't have a puzzle game, would we? So we can flip this as well. Not sure how much that matters quite yet. It only feels like it does because I'm still mirroring the other side. And the final piece is that belt to connect the 2 of them, and voila, yet again, 2 balls inside the cardboard box. Use ropes to stop the boxes from smashing the stick houses. Now this is a concept I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. The notion of knocking over structures that look just like this. Angry Birds, of course, being the one that probably comes to most people's minds. Well, I'm not sure. It looks like we just built a bridge, and the bridge should hold when gravity takes place, and the houses won't fall. Easy peasy. Okay. So now we know we can build a bridge, I guess. Get the bucket on the right into the blue bucket area. I guess this is the blue bucket area. Hit play, just for good measure. Lots of stuff went on. Looks like some sort of water weight pulley system. What was my objective? Get darn. Set options, reset. View puzzle goal. Get the bucket on the right. Okay. Maybe something like this? Nope. Wasn't connected to anything. Let's try this. Nope. Still not. So I guess we need to do something like this. Oh, okay. So obviously here's... I don't know what these water things have to do with anything. I guess it's just showing you on a smaller scale what to do. Because we basically just had to mirror that. This basketball will obviously fall into that one there. And the bucket will go into the blue bucket area. In fact, look, that shows exactly what's going to happen. Lots of pulleys and things of that nature so far. Fire all 4 of the ray guns. Trigger has to be pulled backwards. Okay, so as we can see, this little rock fell just enough to pull the trigger, as it were. So, alright. I don't know if that made any sense to do. No. Did not. It did not. Let's see. Let's see. Two out of 4? Alright, something's obviously not quite right here. So, I think it's actually... Did the top one go? It did. So the top one's okay. But those both did not. So, okay. I guess I can launch that from a higher elevation. And this one somehow needs to... Did they all go? No, because the blimp's still here. The blimp is still there, ladies and gentlemen, so why don't we try... That's a good question. What do we try? Alright. We're gonna get it. We're 100% gonna get this. Does that work? Yes, it works. It's very simple. Short and to the point. Does this work? The old loop-de-loop. Hook it around. And then get a ball to fall on it. No, that doesn't work. That does not work. Maybe this will work. Maybe the balloon will just do it on its own. Aha! So I was overthinking the balloon, ladies and gentlemen. So, very good. Well, I think we've got a pretty decent lay of the land here with the type of puzzle this game is going to offer. The laser puzzle already gave me a decent amount of trouble. So, geez, I'm not sure if I like what I'm getting myself into. Well, I like the game so far, but I'm a little worried for how much time it'll take to complete it. But, hey, that's the Bobby way. Perseverance, never quit. We'll get through it, and I hope you guys will come along with me for the ride. And until next time, I guess we'll go through more tutorials in the next episode, but you'll just have to wait until then. So this has been Bobby G. Thanks for watching.